Hello students, in the previous lecture we have studied about the how to write function or how to write a program to represent the serial communication. Okay, for serial communication, how should we write the program we have studied in the last lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to study about the function blocks. There are two types of function block in Arduino. First one is your analog read and second one is your digital read. Okay, so analog read is the function when we are using this analog read function whenever we want to read the data from analog pin. Okay, so we know on Arduino board we have analog as well as digital pins. So whenever we want to read the data from analog pin, we have to use function analog read, right? And second one is your digital write. So we know we can write data on a pin, correct? So what is the meaning of writing data? We can give signal to the Arduino, and to give that signal to the Arduino we have to use this function digital read. Okay, so digital read means what? See here, analog read means what? We are reading the analog data from the analog pin. Digital read, we are reading the data from the digital pin. Simple, there is no other meaning of this. Okay, now the syntax of analog read is, see here, this is how the syntax is: analog read in bracket which pin you have to read. Okay, if I want to read pin number 7, there will be a pin 7, or if I just assign any name to that pin previously, I will take the name. Okay, now try to understand the example of this. See, int analog pin which is equal to 3. So here you can just write this as int analog pin is equal to A3. As you are representing analog pin, you can just make use of alphabet A. Okay, why int? It is an integer type of variable. Analog pin is equal to A3. So you are assigning your pin number 3 to the analog pin. Okay, now I want to take a variable whose name is val. Okay, the initial value of that variable is equal to 0. Why we are using this variable? Because we want to store our information in one of the variable, right? And to store that information, I'm using this variable val. After that, we have to send that data serially to the microcontroller or that your Arduino board, right? And to establish serial communication, we have this serial begin. Okay, so void setup, here we will have a serial begin. Again, what is this 9600? It is a baud rate, and we have to match the baud rate of two devices. Then and then only you will be able to establish a safer or fastest communication. After that, void loop. Okay, void loop, what we are going to write inside the void loop? Val, the variable which we have assigned, is equal to 0 in the initial of your program. The val variable is equal to analog read. So what is that function is going to store the data? It is going to store the information analog read, which is received from the analog read. What is your analog read? You are reading the analog pin, and what we are connected to the analog pin? We are connecting a potentiometer. Okay, so whatever is the value of that potentiometer, that will be read by this analog read pin, and it will be stored in the val register. Okay, and what we have to do? We have to print that data. Whatever is the data present on the analog pin or pin number A3, that data we have to print. That is why we are doing writing this statement serial dot print ln. What does that ln means? It will go on the new line. Okay, and what we have to print in bracket val, whatever is the value of this variable is going to print on your screen. Okay, now I'll explain this program in very simpler manner. First thing is that you have connected a potentiometer to your Arduino. Okay, that potentiometer is an analog signal. The output of potentiometer will be analog signal, but your Arduino is not able to understand the analog quantity. It needs to be it needs the quantity in the digital format. So that is why you will just store that value somewhere, and you will convert that value into digital format. Okay, here we are just storing the value and printing the value. We are not converting into the digital format. Okay, the first thing is that we have connected our potentiometer to the pin number 3. Okay, after that we have taken one resistor. Why this resistor? Because I want to store that information somewhere. Now whatever is the value of this potentiometer, I have to store it somewhere. That is why I'm just considering this val resistor. Okay, the initial value of this resistor is 0, right? Next up, how this communication is going to happen? With the help of serial port or serial communication, correct? And to establish a serial communication, we have to write this void setup serial dot begin, and we have to specify the baud rate. Okay, we have discussed this serial thing in the last lecture only. Once we are done with the void setup serial begin, we have to actually write the program. Okay, what is that? Void loop. In void loop, you are writing your main function or main program. What is the value or what is the data we are writing in this void loop? First one, val variable, which is equal to what is the value we are going to store in that val register? We are going to read the analog pin, this pin A3 or this analog pin. We are going to read this pin, and whatever is the data present at that pin is going to stored in a val register. Okay, so on this pin analog read, we are just reading that analog pin. What we are reading? We are reading this analog pin, this. Okay, and instead of writing analog pin, you can write A3. That is fine. Okay, what we are doing here, from this analog pin, we are reading the data, correct, and storing that data into the val register. All right, and after that we are printing that data, whatever data which is stored in this val register, we are printing that data with the help of serial print function. Serial dot print, what is this ln represent? Ln means on new line. Okay, so this is what is the program for analog read function. After that we have a digital read. Read means what? It is going to read the digital value for of a particular pin. There are multiple pins present on Arduino board. Out of that, if you select one digital pin and if you want to read that data, whatever the data present on that digital pin, that will be read by the digital read function. Correct. Now the symbol of that is digital read, in bracket the pin number. On which pin you have to read the data, that pin number will be specified here. Pin number or pin name, anything will be fine. Okay, so the program to understand this. See, what is the function? What is the example? Set pin 13 to the same value as pin 7. Declare as input. So whatever is the value of 7, pin number 7, that we have to show the same value on pin number 13. Okay, so the data which is present on pin 7, we have to store the same data or show the same data on pin number 13. Correct. So how to do that? See here. First of all, we will consider the pin number 13 and pin number 7. We have to define those pin first. How to define? Int LED pin is equal to 13. Now what does that mean? To the pin number 13, I am connecting my LED. Right? So LED connected to the digital pin 13. Simple meaning. Double slash. What is this double slash? This means this is a comment. This is the meaning of this line. Okay. Whatever is written after the double slash is the meaning of this line. Correct. After that we have to do same with the pin number 7. Int in pin is equal to 7. Now to the pin number 7 I am connecting a push button. Okay, now what is going to happen? Whenever I press the button, whatever is the value which is present on pin 7, that value, exact same value, should go on pin number 13. Okay, is the concept clear to all? What we are going to do, we are going to connect a pin a push button to the pin number 7, and we are connecting LED to the pin number 13, right? And whenever we press the button, whatever is the data which is present on pin 7, that same data will occur on pin number 13, right? Now see, push button I have to define as an input and LED I have to define as an output. So initially I have to define my pins. And how to define pins? In void setup loop we have to define the pin. So that is why this is nothing but my void setup loop. In void setup, to define pin we have a particular format, that is pin mode, where M is capital. Pin mode, in bracket, first pin is my LED pin. So LED pin comma output. Why output? Because I want to define my LED as an output and push button is my input. So that is how I will define accordingly. Correct. Second, pin mode, in pin. So the name of this pin is in pin. You can just take any name by your choice. And this pin is my input pin. That is why in pin comma input. So what I have done till now, I have defined two pins. One is your pin number 13, another one is pin number 7. After that, what I have done, I have defining my pin number 13 as output and pin number 7 as input. Clear till this? Now what we have to do? We have to show the same data on both the pins. Correct. Now this val register will be in the picture. Correct. So the value of val register, which is equal to digital read, in bracket in pin. So first of all we have to read this pin number 7, and we have to copy that data to the pin 13. Correct. So for reading this pin 7, I have this digital read, in bracket name of the pin number 7. The name of pin 7 is in pin, so I'm writing that name here. Correct. And what we have to write? We have to write the same data on pin 13. Correct? So digital write in bracket LED pin comma val. What does that mean? On this LED pin, I have to write something. And what I'm writing? I am writing the value of val register. Whatever is the value which is stored in this val, that will be written on LED pin. And what is LED pin? It is a pin number 13. So ultimately, the data which is present on pin 7, that will occur on pin 13. Okay. So it is as simple as that. Suppose this function is what there are two different pins are given, and you are asked to say show the same data which is present on first pin on the second pin. Okay, whatever data present on first pin, you have to show the same data on the second pin. How to do that? First of all, you have to use two pins of Arduino. You have to choose any two pins. I have selected pin number 13 and 7. Okay, as it is given in the question only, I have to decide two pins, pin number 13 as well as pin number 7. Along with that, I have used one register whose name is val, and it is of integer type. The initial value of that val register is 0. After that, I have to define the pins, which pin is input pin and which pin is output pin. For that, I have pin mode function. Correct. Pin mode in bracket name of the pin, comma, function of the pin, whether that pin is input or output. Correct. This is what is the syntax of your pin mode. After that, the main program we are going to write. What is the main program? We are going to read the input pin. Whatever my input, I am going to read that pin. Right. Here in this case, I am reading my input pin, in pin, correct? To which I have connected my push button. So I am going to read that in pin, and I will store the value of that in pin to the val register. Okay. And what I'm going to do? I am going to write that same value on a pin number 13. Correct. So digital write, if I want to write something, I will use write function. And I am writing a digital data, that is why it is a digital write. Okay. So digital write in bracket LED pin comma val. Right. So this is what the syntax of your digital read pin. Now there is one warning you can say, or note you can say. In case of Arduino, if you are defining one pin in software and if you are not using that pin while actually performing a hardware, then that value of pin will be considered as random, either 0 or 1. It is not constant. Okay. Next up, there is a very last program we are left with in this chapter, that is intensity control of LED with pulse width modulation using the analog write function. Okay, so what we are going to do here before starting the program, consider few things. First thing is that what is pulse width modulation and what is the intensity of LED. What is the intensity of LED? It is a basic thing, how bright your LED is, that is intensity. Okay, so adjustment of brightness is called as the intensity control of LED. And what is pulse width modulation? So here simply you can say you are connecting a potentiometer, and if you as you vary your potentiometer, the intensity of LED will change. Okay, and to study this, uh, we have to understand few things first. See, here we are connecting a potentiometer. Potentiometer, output of potentiometer or output of that pot is in the analog format, right? So we have to convert that analog signal into its equivalent digital signal. For that, we will need a ADC, correct? In case of Arduino, the ADC is of 10 bits. Okay, so the total number of bits that ADC will convert from analog to digital is about 1024. Correct? 1024, how? 10, 2 raised to 10 is 1024. If you are counting from 0, then it will be 0 to 1023. Correct? So this is what is the maximum count of my LED. Sorry, DS, ADC. Right? My ADC will be able to perform conversion from 0 to 1023. Now, we are connecting our LED to the Arduino pin. Okay, and the Arduino pin is about, so the controller which we are using on the Arduino is about 8 bit. Okay, now 2 raised to 8 is 255, sorry, 256. Correct. And if you're counting from 0, then it will be 0 to 255. Correct. So if my input is in this range. This is my input range. As we know, we are applying potentiometer as an input. If we vary this potentiometer, my intensity of LED will change. So this is my input and LED will be my output. So here potentiometer is connected to the ADC and the output of ADC will convert into the, sorry, it is connected to the LED, right? For this potentiometer, the maximum range is 1023, correct? But for this LED, the maximum range is 255. So we have to map the data, right? So we have to convert this 255, 0 to 255 into 0 to 1023. Correct. So mapping is required here. As we know, my input level of my input is quite different and level of my output is quite different. So to match that level, I need to map the data. What is mapping? It is just converting your voltage levels to converting your input levels to the same value. Okay, here I have two different values, 0 to 1023 and 0 to 255, converting them into the equivalent of each other. That is mapping of your data. And we are using that in this problem. Why? Because here we have two different values of input and output. Input is not compatible with your output, and that is why we need to map the data. How we are mapping, I'll tell you. Okay. So this is something your Arduino will look like. On one pin you have connected your potentiometer, on the other pin the LED is connected, and if you're varying this potentiometer, your intensity of LED will change. Okay, and now this is like a description is given where to what connect what, right? Now here, constant integer analog pin A0. Now, clear one thing in your head. You are connecting your potentiometer to the analog pin only. Why? Because output of potentiometer is an analog term. If you connect output of potentiometer to a digital pin, your Arduino won't work. Correct? So you have to make sure that you are connecting your potentiometer's output to the analog pin. And if you are connecting to the analog pin, you have to specify it first. Correct. How to specify? Constant int analog ln pin is equal to A0. To the 0 number pin of Arduino, I am connecting my potentiometer. Right? A0, why this A? Because it is an analog pin. Right? Now, constant integer analog out pin, which is equal to 9. So at pin number 9, I am connecting my LED. We have only two parameters. First one is your potentiometer, which is analog, and second one is analog and it is input, and second one is my LED. It is digital and it is at pin number 9. Correct? Now, uh, int sensor value is equal to 9 is equal to 0 and int output value is equal to 0. Now what is this? Sensor means what? It is a potentiometer. What is output? It is my LED. Correct? What is the value of sensor initially? It is 0. What is the value of potentiometer? Is 0. What is the value of LED? It is again 0. So we are declaring this as a initializations. Okay. Now again, serial communication will be there. That is why we have to write void setup, serial begin 9600, baud rate setup is done. Next, here your actual program will start, right? Void loop. Inside the loop, double slash will represent the comments, correct? The first thing what we have to do, we have to read the data from potentiometer. Whatever is the data of potentiometer, we have to read it first, correct? So by reading that data, we will store that data into the sensor value. Okay, what we are going to store in this sensor value? The data of your analog LN pin. Correct? Whatever is the data present on your potentiometer, that will be read by this analog read function and that will be stored in the sensor value. Correct? Next up, what to do with that sensor value? See, I will show you. Now here we are going to do the mapping process. Output value. Correct. My input range is about 0 to 1023. Correct. This is my input range. And what is my output range? 0 to 255. And that is why we need a mapping. Now, output value is equal to map. For mapping, there is a standard inbuilt function, map in bracket. What we need to map? We need to map the sensor value which is stored in this variable, correct? Sensor value, comma, what is the minimum limit of your input? See, this is my input and this is my output. What is the minimum limit? 0. So this 0, what is the maximum limit? 1023. This is 1023, comma, what is the minimum limit of output? It is again 0. And what is the maximum limit of output? It is 255. Correct. So this is how you are going to map the data. The process is map function in bracket. What you are going to map? It is a sensor value. Okay. Sensor value. After that, the minimum and maximum limit of input, comma, minimum and maximum limit of output. So this is how you are going to map the data. Why we are mapping? Because input and output ranges are different, right? Once we are done with the mapping, what we have to write? Now what we have to do next? We have to write the data. Which data we are going to write? Whatever data present on analog out pin, we are going to write that data on the output value. Okay, so this data, what we are going to do here, we are going to write the data on which we are going to write data on this analog pin. And which data? Data which is stored in the output value. Whatever is the data present in output value will be stored or will be assigned to the analog out pin. What is analog out pin? It is our LED. See, analog out pin is what? Analog out pin is my LED. So data which is present on analog out pin will be given to the LED, right? So whatever data you will get at this mapping, that data will be assigned to the LED, and according to that the intensity of your LED will be varied. Now serial print, what we are doing here, we are printing the data. Initially what we will print? Double quote sensor is equal to, so it will print sensor is equal to what? Sensor value. Whatever is the value which is present on sensor value here, that sensor value will be printed next to the sensor is equal to. Correct. After that we have to print serial print slash t. T means क्या? T means what? It is a tab slash, like tab. Output is equal to. Output means what? Whatever the data we are going to read at analog out pin, whatever is the data which is present on your output value, that is nothing but your final data, and that final data we are going to read. So we are going to print, sorry, so the serial print ln means name, new line, output value, that output value printed next to the output is equal to. After that there is a delay 2. What does that delay 2 indicate? It indicates there will be a delay of 2 milliseconds after this entire process. Okay, I hope everybody's got this. If not, we'll discuss in the next lecture.